18, and we're going to start Beezrat HaShem, the one that we were waiting for, right? Siman 18, the Shemoneh Esrei prayer. Contains 22 CFim. Okay, so CF number 1. The time when one should recite the morning prayer, there is a Shemoneh Esrei. So when Talmudic literature says prayer, they mean Shemoneh Esrei. The Shemoneh Esrei and commentary. Let's say the centerpiece of the morning prayer is Shemoneh Esrei. All other parts of the morning prayer source revolve around this recitation. Shemoneh Esrei is therefore referred as simply as the tefillah, prayer. So it's a centerpiece. So the things considered divided before Shemoneh Esrei and after Shemoneh Esrei. Okay. So one more time. The time when one should recite the morning prayer, the Shemoneh Esrei. The optimal way of performing the mitzvah is for its recitation begins with the sunrise, right? As we spoke before. So they recite Shema and finish right before the sunrise, so they can start the Shemoneh Esrei at sunrise. As it is written in Tehillim 72:5, they will fear you with the rising of the sun. So that's okay. That's the verse. Okay, they fear you, meaning HaShem, with the rising of the sun. However, after the fact, if one prayed the Shemoneh Esrei earlier than the sunrise, after the first light of dawn, he has fulfilled his obligation. So one more time. However, after the fact, if one prayed the Shemoneh Esrei earlier than the sunrise, earlier than the sunrise, after the first light of dawn, he has fulfilled his obligation. So we actually spoke about it also. So after the dawn, and dawn approximately even 40 minutes sometimes, plus they depend on the season. So before the sunrise, so if he prayed, so after the fact, he fulfilled his obligation. Commentary. This refers either to the very first rays of dawn that appears on the eastern horizon, or to the spread of light across the entire eastern horizon, which occurs a bit later. Okay, so we actually discussed it plus minus, like, but like the earliest is the first ray, so of course it's like earlier. He has fulfilled his obligation. So commentary. This refers only to his obligation regarding the Shemoneh Esrei prayer. Well, one should not recite Shema, nor don't fill in before the time of Mishayakir, which occurs after Alas Hashaker. So, but the Shema, I mean, of course, he can repeat the Shema later, and fill in, of course, it's after dawn. Fill in after dawn. So at least, like, if he would not have like a different, like, he has no choice, he can put fill in and talis before, right after dawn. Do not say blessing, of course, because he's not allowed to say blessing, and pray, and then you can touch, like, fill in a little and say the blessing, and what he's allowed. Continue. The time for recitation Shemoneh Esrei extend until the third of the day has passed. Okay, 1/3 of the day. So meaning what? Until after 4 seasonal hours have passed from the beginning of the day. So that's what we also discussed before. So 4 seasonal hours. That's the when they say the latest shacharis. Okay. So one more time. The time for recitation of Shemoneh Esrei extends until the third of the day passed. It is forbidden to delay the prayer until any later. Okay, so that's the proper way. Nevertheless, after the fact, if one violated this halacha and delayed the prayer until later than the third of the day, even if he delayed so deliberately, he can recite Shacharis prayer until the midday. So that's after the fact. So until the midday, like it's not proper, but he can do it. I mean, it still counts as today. So commentary say, see Appendix B, Mishnah Brura, 89.6, writes that in a case where a person deliberately delayed prayer until after the third of the day has passed, there are authorities who hold that he can no longer pray Shacharis. So, well, what is deliberate? Maybe he had to go to work, or I don't know, whatever. He decided do whatever, take care of his business, and then go pray. So that's deliberate. He recommends that the person should therefore pray, but with the condition that if the halacha follows those authorities, those authorities, then his prayer is offered as a tefillah nadava, voluntary prayer. Right? Okay. So basically, since we're not sure if he's allowed to pray at that time, so they say if it's still correct time to pray, let it be counted as a prayer. If not, let it be like a voluntary prayer. In this case, although he does not recite receive heavenly reward for prayer recited upon in a proper time, he does, however, receive some reward for his prayer. So after the third of the day passed, so if he prayed after that, so he received some prayer, because there is some authority who said that he was allowed to pray till the midday. Okay, but it's like after the fact. Okay, continue. If he deliberately did not pray until after midday, he has no way of making up for his prayer. And regarding this violation, it states in Kaelas 115, a twisted thing cannot be made straight. So if he did not pray until after afternoon, so that's all. However, if he missed the time of the prayer due to the mistake or unavoidable circumstance, then he can recite compensatory prayer, as will be explained in Siman 21. Okay, so we have to be a little patient because it was Siman 1. So that's, but we discussed it. So if it was not up to him, meaning that, I don't know, maybe he was sick, or he was helping somebody in danger, stuff like that, and tending to a sick person. So in this case, he didn't have time; it was beyond his control. So in that case, he's allowed to pray this compensatory prayer. Okay.